I'd like to tell you about a show of epic proportions.
I prefer me some magic when I'm trying to get in and out of houses undetected. I prefer me some magic.
A show where the boundaries are pushed.
I like spam. Is there something wrong with that?
No, nothing at all. If you prefer meat with jelly on top of it, go right ahead.
I'd like to tell you about that show, but that is not this show. This show is the Fortean Slip, with host Chris York.
I have a tendency to go to dark places with my humor. It is what it is. It's not going to change anytime soon.
Co-host Steve Alcorn.
It was so earth-shaking and mind-blowing that even John Teeter in the future knows about it.
And reoccurring, ever-present special guest, Matt Knapp.
Yeah, somebody should have put out like a giant bug zapper and just ended that whole Mothman debacle.
A show that lacks taste, a filter, and listeners.
Are you listening? Are you like hearing the fucking fart?
Yeah.
You're not just smelling it, you're hearing
Not
the shit.
just smelling. Audible as well.
That would be something else.
Whoa.
But
you
well,
have
I do.
parts that you can't tell if it was you or not.
Well, yeah, because
What you are about to hear may be offensive, but we don't really give a fuck.
Hi. Welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode 18. The we don't know what the fuck to call it episode. Steve, how are you this evening?
you said episode 18. The last episode I was on was 16. Did you guys do one without me?
No, the last episode we did was episode 17 with you. There. Sizzle chest. It was
I heard tell that you guys did an episode without me.
We did do an episode without you, but that was not an episode per se. It was that New Year's resolution show.
All right. I'll admit it this time. I'll accept it this time.
Nobody listened to it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Matt,
Yes, Chris.
how are you?
Doing fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm just Ducky.
Episode 18, huh?
Episode 18. We've
We
done
should dedicate this one to Sebastian Bach.
Sebastian Bach, 18 in life.
18 in life to go.
A little bit of Skid Row action.
A little bit. You know, that's where we like to keep things.
I'll remember you, Matt.
Well, every rose does have its thorn. Sorry, I wasn't a big Skid Row fan. I had to go a different
You had to
direction.
go to Poison with that?
Sorry.
Poison, the one band that took glam rock so far that they looked like women. Like, I can remember people going, is that a chick?
They should have just changed it from glam rock to like trans rock.
Yeah, transsexual rock and roll.
I mean, I had a crush on like CC DeVille for years.
Yeah, no shit. I'm pretty sure I knew people that jerked off to him. Thinking
still do.
thinking he was a girl.
I listened to country music back in
Yeah, we know. You have
Yeah.
no clue about our
Yeah.
secular ways.
You had fucking records, and when I say records, I mean you had to like crank yours.
I still do.
He's still listening to Engelbert Humperdinck.
There is not a damn thing wrong with Engelbert Humperdinck.
There's
Marty
everything
Robbins.
wrong with fucking Engelbert Humperdinck.
What kind of bastard parents did he have anyways?
Steve?
What do you want to name our son? How about Engelbert? That goes good with Humperdinck. Either that or his agent was really shitty.
I was a big Barry Manilow fan too.
Oh, here we go.
You and that other guy.
I write the songs. I mean, you can't get better than that, right?
You can't make references to Barry Manilow because I'll have no idea what you were talking about.
You've never heard Copacabana? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
His name was Rico. He was a dancer.
I thought that was Tom Jones.
No, that was not Tom Jones.
Tom Jones is It's Not Unusual.
I love Tom.
She's a lady. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Jones rocks.
My vagina.
And now he has like his face stretched and pinned back behind his ears.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He's Tom fucking Jones, though.
Yeah, women still throw underwear at him on stage.
You can get away with that shit if you're Tom Jones or Jimmy Buffett.
Right.
Jimmy Buffett can get away with that?
Yeah. Not that he would try it, but he could.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, did I step on your Jimmy Buffett buffet or something? What's going on here?
No.
Got some sour grapes about Margaritaville?
I was wondering how we went from Tom Jones to Jimmy Buffett from
old shitty musicians that women pine over.
Oh, I remember. We started back
row.
where fucking Steve is from another dimension. He doesn't fucking know anything about the technology that we have today.
We worked our way from Skid Row to Jimmy Buffett.
I see that as a natural progression.
With Barry Manilow as the apex.
Steve, you did you did hitchhike a ride with John Teeter here, didn't you?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that information.
And they listened to John Tesh on the way here.
Why are you guys laughing about John Tesh?
He's an excellent guitarist.
I'm a big John Tesh fan. Don't be hating on John Tesh.
Oh boy.
Well, that didn't take long.
Yeah. Oh god. So yeah.
We didn't do an episode without you, Steve. We had an episode without you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were still there in spirit. Trust me.
I hear it flopped anyway, so you know who the real star of the show is.
It was a shitty show.
Mm-hmm.
Not like this. Not like this one, which is just skyrocketing into stardom as we speak.
I was wondering if anyone was going to scoop that one up.
Yeah, I fucking love this fucking story about these two that got in the fight over the aliens, and the woman had the fucking gun in her twat. This story is so far the best story of 2014.
Yeah, it's kind of like the X-Files meets James Bond.
Cause from that, we now have this.
Tell them about the gun you shoved up your cunt.
And how can you go wrong with that?
Where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? Let me tell you where he went from there. From there, he went to...
Tell them about the gun you shoved up your cunt and put in my face.
Now, was he referring to the gun or the cunt?
I'm not sure which.
You know, he didn't specify.
I think he was using cunt in the endearing English way.
Right.
Of course. Because, you know, that's probably what he was doing.
I mean,
really
these
obvious.
two are so fucking trailer trash. Have you seen the picture of her?
But they're not. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, he's like some famous writer or something.
Well, the chick is the ex of like a Pulitzer Prize winning author, the guy that did No Country for Old Men and The Road.
Yeah.
Like, these are like rich, eccentric cokeheads or something. I thought they were trailer trash as well, but
They live
I read the actual article.
They live in the fancy trailer park on the other side of town.
The fancy one.
You know, the one that, you know.
The one that has
the
condos.
one from Twin Peaks.
The one that allows double wides in it.
Those aren't trailers. Those are manufactured homes, Steve.
Oh, yes. You know, I did at one time work for a manufactured home facility. So I would get in trouble if I called them trailers.
This was back in the 1800s. Before John Teeter picked Steve up,
What did he do? Build teepees?
He made prefab log cabin homes with our former president, Abraham Lincoln. Hence why they're now called Lincoln Logs. It's because of Steve.
Really, no. See, here's the thing. Mobile homes are not called mobile homes because they're mobile. Did you know that?
Yes, I was aware.
I didn't.
They're called mobile homes because they were first manufactured in Mobile, Alabama. That's why they're called that.
So why aren't they called mobile homes?
Well, because people just assume
that they were mobile.
Maybe because people from Alabama introduced them to everyone else, and they were saying, "Yeah, it's a mobile home." Oh, you mean mobile home?
Right. See, it changed its meaning over time. Yes. Just
unless the entire city of Mobile can actually relocate to a different location.
Right. It probably can.
Yeah. They get tornadoes down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. They could be relocated at any time.
Just a fun fact for you.
We had a mobile home as a lake house whenever I was growing up, and I
and then you had a tornado.
suffered a few tornadic storms through that thing, and it was not pleasant.
Now that mobile home
is a boathouse.
is in the fucking lake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know, anytime your house can suffer hail damage and leave permanent dents in it, you should probably think about upgrading.
I have lived in several mobile homes in my time, so yeah.
They got nice ones now, though, that you can't even tell it's like a mobile home or mobile home or a manufactured home, like with hot tub jacuzzis and everything. I mean,
of course,
better than the house I live in.
Absolutely.
Except
They're
mine can't be blown away by a gust of wind.
It's the home of the future.
It is.
Come see these elegant homes. We will provide you with all the comforts of the rich and famous. Hot tubs.
I want to see how far he can go with this.
Pre-manufactured. For your pleasure.
Doesn't it seem like all those should come equipped with one of those old pink aluminum Christmas trees with the multi-lights?
Damn Skippy, they should.
And TV trays.
My Uncle Jerry had one of those ones. It was a pink one. Pink aluminum Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And he gave it to you as a Christmas present?
No, he always gave me $5 in cash every year.
Did it spring to life and run out of the room one Christmas?
No, it did not do that.
Did anybody ever try to be like real shitty to you and actually open the can of Spam and just pour it in your stocking for Christmas?
No, but I still ate it.
It's like a bag lunch, meal on the go.
You know, I'm not alone. A lot of people have come out
Yes,
to me.
Korea and the island of Hawaii.
I'm just saying, a lot of people have come out on my Facebook page, you know, come out and said that they're Spam lovers too. So I don't want to hear it from you guys.
And their parents.
I was just gonna segue to our next story and say Rictor Riolo doesn't count. When you said coming out, but anyway, Bigfoot Bounty.
That was a nice segue.
That was a nice segue.
Yeah, I didn't think it was nice at all. I thought it was, you know, ill-conceived.
And crass.
Yeah.
That's how we do things.
Oh, well, then it was great.
Yeah.
Bigfoot Bounty.
Bigfoot Bounty. How was it?
Bigfoot Bounty Hunter.
I didn't see it.
It was kind of like...
Let me guess. There was dramatic camera cuts and heavy drum beats.
Yes, but I was gonna say sex with a fat chick.
Oh, but I did. There was like clips of the moon, just like in Finding Bigfoot. I seen that. The exact same clips they use in Finding Bigfoot were in this show. You know, when they go.
There are a lot
Why
of
wouldn't
clips of
they
the
be?
moon that look different, though. I mean,
Well, it might have. It's the same moon,
right, and it's in the same location.
right? It didn't change. But it's
And
the same,
by saying location, before anybody decides to correct me, I mean in the sky,
right?
not like, yeah.
Isn't it weird how they always have like a full moon in
It
every
is.
episode?
It's probably better for shooting.
I'm guessing they must just wait till full moons to shoot these episodes because every episode has it.
Steve, I'm going to introduce you to the magic of television. They can just
I'm
film
just
the
saying.
full moon.
Like,
I hate to break down the
time.
fourth fucking wall for you there, Steve, but I'm pretty sure they can just film the full moon and then use it for every fucking episode.
You
Are
mean
you
like
trying to tell
film
us
at
that
one
it's not
time?
just one continuous cut?
I'm trying to tell you that there's a lot of bullshit in reality TV.
But you didn't even watch it.
You're absolutely fucking right. I didn't watch it. And why didn't I watch it? Because I don't like reality television. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to watch it.
All right.
He was passed out in a drunken stupor. Don't believe it for a second.
Well, I watched it. It was okay.
I watched it as well. I found it entertaining. Some things I'm easily amused by. But, yeah, I don't think I should say that.
Don't
But I've
say
already
that.
started, so I was admitting to Christopher earlier that I'm actually a fan of reality television series. And
See,
so
no,
I would
and
have
I'm
probably
not.
watched this regardless. Like, if I had never been involved in Bigfoot research, I probably would have still tuned in for this show. And I think I would have liked it even more if I didn't know anybody on it. But I still thought it was entertaining, and I did like the science aspect of it. I just wish the standards that they hold the contestants to was reinforced in the Bigfoot world and held everybody to those standards as well.
Well, I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. People like reality TV shows. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna shit on people for their, you know, them enjoying these types of shows. It's just not for me. You know, my ex-girlfriend tried to make me fucking watch these fucking things all the goddamn time. And I couldn't stand it. Fucking Big Brother, Survivor, fucking American Idol. She'd have everything fucking DVR'd and...
But
You're not an American.
I'm not an American?
No, how can you bash American Idol?
How can I bash American Idol?
Right,
Very,
you just did.
very
You
fucking
moved to
easily.
Canada, Chris.
Very
Moved to Canada.
fucking easily. I wish
wait.
I wish I could to get away from
they
you.
have Canadian Idol. What are you talking?
Damn it!
But, you know,
Iraqi Idol.
I don't give a fuck if people enjoy it. I just don't. It's not something I want to watch. You know, however, if anybody wants to play an interesting drinking game where they'll never make it through a show, just, you know, every time that Michael Merchant's an asshole, take a drink and enjoy alcoholism by the time the show's over.
I have to admit that he wasn't an asshole on the first show, but they probably edited all that out. So he
I'm
didn't
not
seem to
gonna
be an
admit
asshole.
anything.
He did rub some yak shit in his hair, or elk shit or
That's
something.
my point is made.
I consider that being an asshole. Because, I mean, in the show, he did it and he said it was to cover his scent, but he only rubbed it on his hair. What about the other 99.9% of your body, Michael?
Yeah, you know, I never thought of that.
And then Justin Smeha one-upped him and just threw a turd in his fucking mouth and started chewing on it like it was chewing tobacco. Now, how can you not consider that entertaining? I mean, seriously.
That part was.
I mean,
was
I
entertaining.
personally can't consider it, entertaining. But hey, like I said, if fucking people enjoy it, have at. Yes, there are people that I know on that fucking show.
Johnny Knoxville and people on Jackass get paid millions to do the same thing. They're just not looking for a mythical creature while they're doing it.
And they're pulling their dicks out all the time.
Well, Rictor is on the show.
That was cute. And Michael Merchant is a dick, so you kind of have that.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I mean, it's just not something I'm personally gonna watch. I mean, good luck to the people that I know that are on there. I've admitted before I applied to be on the show, and I would have been on the show had they accepted me onto the show.
Would you have watched it?
I don't know that I would have watched it had I been on it. I have a hard time listening to this fucking show.
Well, so does everybody else.
Yeah,
So does
I'm fucking with the majority. But, I mean, I don't know that I could watch myself very easily either. So I doubt it. I doubt it. I think I would have done it just as a, promotional tool.
I mean, of course, there are a lot of people in the Bigfoot world who are criticizing the show. To me, it's coming across more they don't like the show because of some of the individuals that are on it that they have personal differences with or disagreements on certain subjects. I don't think they're really giving it a fair chance or just viewing it from just the aspect of it being on television. I mean, it is television. It's meant to entertain. It's Spike and the producers and the show creator did not say, how can we really connect with the serious Bigfoot researchers out there on television? No, they created something for the sheeple and the mindless idiots like myself to just drool and stare at for an hour. And in that sense, I think they succeeded because I'm sure a lot of the people that are criticizing the show tune in for bullshit like lizard lick towing and all that kind of crap that's on TV. So what's the difference? I mean, watch a guy pretend to go around impounding vehicles, in redneck woods, or watch a bunch of weirdos run around chasing Bigfoot.
But I personally am not going to watch any of that shit, is what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not going to watch the bullshit, repo shows, reality shows. I'm not going to watch the Big Brother style show or that show or
what Chris is saying is he doesn't watch a lot of television.
I don't watch a lot of television, period.
I mean, because every channel has that now. I mean, that's what is usually on television, a reality show.
I read fucking books. There are these amazing things out there, people. They're called books. They have words in them, and your eyes traverse over the page in which you read, and your mind becomes the television.
Oh, yeah, we have a leg that broke off our couch, and we've got one of those shoved underneath.
Is there a power button on that?
No. However, everybody's trying to get me to switch to a Kindle because I have a humongous book collection, and I can't do it. I cannot fucking switch to a Kindle. I can't.
If you're going that route, you should switch to a Kindle.
I can't do it.
I'm just saying.
I like to have a book.
We've discussed this as well. Like, I'm a fan of books as well. There's just something about having an actual tangible object that you can keep and it means something.
But I'm going to need a fucking library in another 6 months. At the rate that I'm going.
Well, quit buying books.
Fuck you.
Quit reading. That's what I did.
Listen, quit eating Spam, dickhead.
I like Spam.
Chris likes books, Steve likes Spam. I like reality shows.
Yeah. I like reality shows, too. I don't watch anything but reality shows.
Well, I don't like fucking Spam.
Well,
sorry.
Or not everybody not everybody can like everything, you know. It's just, I like spam. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I'm just letting him.
I'm not going to apologize for liking Bigfoot Bounty.
Dig the fucking hole deeper and deeper. You had to fucking talk, didn't you, Matt? You could have just been quiet and let him fucking go. He'd have just kept digging. Like, I'm not going to apologize for that. He'd have just kept going.
I would have.
You fucking would have. Anyway,
But he
Steve,
eventually reaches the bottom of the can.
don't you have some news?
And in our first story from the HuffingtonPost.com, Bigfoot is wandering a Michigan man's property and eating pizza, the man claims in a police report. It's a run-of-the-mill case. A man claims assailant vandalized his estate, requests assistance from law enforcement. Only the accused in this instance is Bigfoot, who has allegedly been wandering around a Michigan property for more than a decade, shape-shifting and eating pizza.
What toppings does he prefer?
The story doesn't say.
Oh.
On Saturday, a 52-year-old Breckenridge, Michigan man came to the Midland Law Enforcement Center armed with evidence including photo albums, empty food containers, dirt, and alleged Bigfoot scat to ask for help verifying the existence of the mythical creature, according to a report from the Midland County Sheriff's Office. The man, Anthony Padilla, spoke to Sheriff's deputy, explaining that he accidentally awoke the Bigfoot spirit by knocking branches against trees to break them into smaller pieces. This began when he moved into a 17-acre property in 1997, according to the incident report, which was sent to the Huffington Post. Padilla had a serious sighting 7 years ago when he thought he saw a man in a ghillie suit hunting. But when they locked eyes and the being began to fade and turn into a mist. The mist then reformed into a white-tailed deer and ran away into the woods and barked like crazy. Though the existence of the hairy beast known as Bigfoot, Yeti, or Sasquatch has never been proven, many have tried. For years, Padilla has seen what he believes is evidence of Bigfoot, including his scat, dead animals, trees broken in specific ways, impressions in the snow, and food boxes rolled into shapes or folded into triangles. In the incident report, Deputy Thomas Anderson said Padilla asked that the food boxes and scat be tested for DNA. He was kindly told that DNA processing is only used for serious crimes, and that Bigfoot is not a suspect in any criminal activity. Anderson wrote, I explained that scat would not contain DNA and was reminded that the MSP, or Michigan State Police, wouldn't process it. Padilla said he wanted the sheriff's office to verify his claim to help him win a $10 million cash prize on Bigfoot Bounty, a new reality television show.
No, sir, we're not going to dig through your Bigfoot shit. We're sorry.
There has supposedly been at least 3 other Bigfoot sightings in Midland County, all in the 1970s, but the mythical beast isn't limited to Michigan. And we're not going to go into the next part of that story because it mentions Rictor, and I don't want to talk about him. In our next story from dailymail.co.uk, this one's about South African President Zuma. South Africa's President Jacob Zuma has told how he used to practice witchcraft against white people. Speaking in his native Zulu language at pre-election rally in the country's rural north, he told a crowd of his voodoo past. I used to practice witchcraft around here, bewitching the Boers during apartheid, Zuma reportedly said. President Zuma spoke in the village of Kananmenzi in South Africa's, damn it, Chris, you pick these hard to read stories, Mpumalanga province on Wednesday.
Ting tang, bing bang.
He promised the crowd that if his African National Congress Party was reelected into power with over 90% of the popular vote, he would come back to this village to slaughter cows in celebration.
Yay!
When the elections are over, I'm coming again. If you give us a 90% upwards during the elections, we're coming here to slaughter cows. Less than 90%, I don't come. Zuma also told the crowd that the ANC would continue to run South Africa forever. We will continue to run this government forever and ever, whether they like it or not. President Zuma is also widely perceived as having personally profited from his presidency by building a lavish $10 million homestead with what is alleged to be taxpayers' money.
Popular guy, it sounds like.
Very popular.
He's the best.
And another story from the Huffington Post. This one's about a jet pilot. He says he had a near miss with a rugby ball-shaped UFO. An airline pilot claims his aircraft experienced a near miss with a rugby ball-shaped UFO near London's Heathrow Airport. While the incident took place last July, the details are only now coming to light through a report by the UK Airprox Board, which investigates any aircraft near misses in British airspace. The Airprox Board reports to the UK's Civil Aviation Authority and generally takes about 6 months prior to releasing information to the public. The name of the airline involved and its captain have not been disclosed, but on July 19th at 6:35 p.m., the A320 Airbus was at an altitude of 34,000 feet over Berkshire, about 20 miles west of the airport. The following is from the official report. It says, the captain perceived an object traveling towards them at what appeared to be the same level, slightly above the flight deck windscreen. Having very little time to focus, he was under the apprehension that they were on a collision course with no time to react. His immediate reaction was to duck to the right and reach over to alert the first officer. There was no time to talk to alert him. The first officer turned and looked at him, thinking something was wrong with the aircraft.
Hey, look at this.
The captain was fully expecting to experience some kind of impact with a conflicting aircraft. His first words to the first officer were, did you see that? Who replied, see what? The captain perceived an object pass within a few feet above the aircraft. It could be best described as a cigar rugby ball like in shape, bright silver, and metallic like in construction. After calming himself down, the captain contacted air traffic control, who informed him they had no trace of the unusual object and there were no known aircraft in the area at the time and no primary or secondary returns on their airborne collision avoidance system. The captain and first officer subsequently filed an Airprox report. Airprox's investigation of the UFO incident eliminated other aircraft, meteorological balloons, toy balloons, and radar traffic.
What about rugby footballs?
Mm-hmm. The report concluded that the A320 pilot was subject to a powerful impression of immediate danger caused by his perception of an object closing rapidly on his aircraft. Although only supposition, members opined that this may have been due to the combination of possible reflections from low sun off of one of the aircraft to the west and the pilot's head movement as he looked forward. After some discussion, it was decided that although the reflection theory had some merit, the overall dearth of information relating to the event rendered a meaningful finding impossible. It was not possible to trace the object or determine the likely cause of the sighting. And that, fellas, is the news.
And that, fellas, is the Fortean Slip.
Yep. Gosh, we're a chatty bunch tonight.
Make sure you click the subscribe button. We did reach 200 subscribers today.
Yippee! Woohoo!
Your checks are in the mail.
Click the little thumbs up. Leave a comment.
Thanks, Mom.
Even bad ones, because then I like to get into fights with the people.
That's the fun part. And be sure to listen to the vagina gun 911 call.
Everybody needs a
Instant
good
classic.
vagina gun.